What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we have a team that has definitely had some bad luck over the past few seasons, but they are led by one of the best point guards of this generation in Damian Lillard. That being the Portland Trailblazers. And this team has made some moves recently that I think gives them a lot of flexibility to definitely be in contention if they make the right trades within the next few years. We'll talk about the entire roster once we get into the video, but there's one man that I want to talk about right now, and that being Damian Lillard. He's somebody who has not requested a trade, albeit the situation for him has not been very good over the past few seasons. He's had the injury concerns. He's had a pretty tough team around him. Overall-wise, though, he decided to stay in Portland, so we're going to be keeping him here today. And I want to get Dame a championship. And finally, of course, before we do get in the video, I want to hear from you guys. What are you guys enjoying right now while you're watching content? Do you want me to continue doing a lot of current rebuilds? Do you want me to do any challenges? I've yet to do a challenge in 2K23 because nobody's really asked for one. Or do you want me to do some more historic rebuilds, which I definitely touched on a little bit? Let me know down below in the comment section. Of course, if you guys have also not yet subscribed to the channel, we'd love to have you here. The road to 30K is definitely here, and it is definitely real. I guess finally, I hope you all enjoyed NBA opening night. I know I did, as my Celtics beat the 76ers, and yeah, Warriors won as well. It hurt to watch the Warriors championship ceremony, I'm not going to lie, but I love it. So happy basketball's back. Hope you guys all are as well. Without further ado, man, let's see if we can get Dame a ring. Let's hop in. So I've already looked at this roster a little bit, and I can already tell that we're definitely going to have to make at least a trade or two. Well, let's go over it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it right now. So, the point guard spot. Damian Lillard is here. According to 2K, they don't have a backup point guard. I think there are definitely some ways where we can either trade for a backup point guard, we can move somebody's position, whatever it may be. But obviously, we do have Damian Lillard. So I'm not tremendously worried about the point guard spot. He is 32. He's definitely going to start to regress a little bit. That's just how 2K kind of works. And we're going to hopefully get him a ring while he's still playing at a really high level. We have Anthony Simons. Signed an extension, 4 years, $100 million. It is definitely a lot of money, but he definitely has the potential to make that contract worth it. Will he be here the whole time? I hope so. It all depends on how he plays. We have Gary Payton II, who came over this offseason from the Golden State Warriors after winning a ring. I don't really know, man. You know, he's 29 years old, and, you know, the guys behind him definitely have a lot of potential. Shaedon Sharpe was just the 7th overall draft pick, so I want to get him into this rotation at some point in time. As of now, I'll definitely say Gary Payton II. It has this backup spot. We will see, though. We also have Keon Johnson here as well. He was in the 2021 draft. Small forward spot, Josh Hart. I like Josh Hart. Is he a long-term answer? Probably not. He's on a one-year deal. We'll figure out what we're going to do with him. Nasir Little just signed a contract extension that I thought was actually really good value for the Portland Trailblazers. I thought he'd be getting a little bit more money, but good for him overall. And then we have Jabari Walker here. Power forward spot. This was a trade acquisition in the offseason, Mr. Jeremy Grant. You know, he's on a one-year deal. He's probably going to remain here for at least 2 years. I don't really see myself trading him, so it definitely could be 3, but he's here for now. We have Justice Winslow, and then we have Greg Brown as the 2 backup power forwards. The center spot, we have Yusuf Nurkic. Signed a contract extension as well. He is here 4 years, $70 million. It's not too bad. Hopefully we get some decent level of play out of him. Then Drew Eubanks, Trenton Watford. So that's probably it for now. There's definitely a trade or two that we can make to maybe solidify this rotation, but let's see what we can come up with. We need a backup point guard, and the Celtics are offering us one. We're going to send Drew Eubanks, Jabari Walker over there for Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser. Peyton Pritchard is a guy that is a spark plug off the bench for the Celtics. Last night he wasn't for God knows what reason, but I like Peyton Pritchard a lot. He definitely can shoot the basketball, and as I mentioned, can be that spark plug off the bench. So he will be here in Portland. He will be backing up Damian Lillard. Funny enough, he went to Oregon, so it's kind of funny how this connection happens. But he's here. Welcome to the team. I'm thinking about making a couple other trades. As you can see, I sent Shaedon Sharpe to the G League, which is really weird to do with a 7th overall draft pick. But as of now, I'm going to play Gary Payton, so there's really no reason for me to have Shaedon Sharpe up here. I don't need 3 shooting guards. I'm sure a lot of you can agree with that. So other than that, I was maybe thinking about moving on from somebody like Greg Brown, but he has another year of team control, so we'll just hold on to him as of now. And then the center spot, Watford, will go ahead and back up Nurk. So that's going to be it for now. We only make one trade. Let's set this rotation. So funny enough, when I was just kind of going through some things, I realized that the Chicago Bulls actually have our first-round pick this year. It is lottery protected, but they have our first-round draft pick. So if we're in the lottery, which, you know, could be a possibility, I think we'll most likely be around a 10 or 11 seed. We're going to have our draft pick, but if not, we will not have a first-round pick this year. So we got to make the most out of this year. We have no reason to be bad. It's Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons, Josh Hart, I cannot fucking speak, Jeremy Grant, and Yusuf Nurkic. It's a pretty decent starting 5. Is it the best in the league? No. It's decent enough, though, where we definitely should be in the mix for a play-in team. Bench unit, Gary Payton II, Nasir Little, Peyton Pritchard, Justice Winslow, and Trendon Wofford. Let's see what happens with this squad. I will see you guys at the end of year 1 here in Portland. I don't think I've ever seen anybody but Luka win MVP in year 1. It is almost a 40-point triple-double, and yeah, congrats. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year, #1 overall draft pick in Orlando. Andre Drummond, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis wins Depoy. Cade Cunningham, Most Improved. Nate McMillan, Coach of the Year. I do not believe we even made the play-in. I don't think we were that good. And it's unfortunate, yeah, we were 11. We went 36-46. It's not a horribly unrealistic record for this team. I think maybe more around 40 wins, like approaching that, of course, without injuries on, is somewhere I can more see this Portland Trailblazers team. But 36 overall-wise, we'll be in the lottery. We'll obviously have our draft pick. I can't complain, honestly. So let's get into the numbers. Damian Lillard, 26.5 points, 3.5 boards, almost 7 assists on the year. Shot 53-ish% from the field. How'd he shoot from 3? He shot 44% from 3, so that's not too bad at all. Jeremy Grant was actually pretty good for us as well. I'd like to get a few more rebounds out of him. What would his career rebound numbers look like? Is he always around 4 boards a game? He doesn't rebound as much as I thought he would for a power forward. I mean, he's 6'8", I guess. Anthony Simons wasn't too bad. We have Yusuf Nurkic, double-double. Josh Hart, Peyton Pritchard, Gary Payton II. Little, Winslow, Watford. Overall-wise, I think there's just some major move that has to be made with this team, and I'm hoping to make it sooner rather than later because, of course, we don't really have the luxury of tanking to get a really good draft pick again or whatever it may be. Jason Tatum and Anthony Edwards both win their respective conference finals MVP, and I'm pretty sure I just watched the Celtics blow a 3-1 lead, and what in the world is going on here in year 1? I'm not saying it's like crazy unrealistic that Minnesota wins a championship. Do I throw Minnesota in the mixes of the Western Conference with teams like the Warriors or the Clippers? No, I don't throw them yet that high yet, but like D'Lo winning a finals MVP, I mean, he's been deloading for about 6+ years now. All right, let's hit the draft lottery because we obviously do have our draft pick, which is nice. That it is lottery projected. We're currently projected at number 9, and we fall to 11, which is not exactly what I was hoping. But it happens. Chauncey Billups, I'm going to give him one more year. If we have a down year and I definitely make some moves with this team where I kind of feel that we should be a lot better than we end up being next year, I'll probably move on from Chauncey Billups. But let's get into this offseason first. We have the 11th overall draft pick. Yusuf Nurkic appears to be unhappy with his role here because 2K does that shit. Why? I have absolutely no idea. I think it's time to probably make a pretty big move. I have no idea what that move's going to be, but of course you'll see it when I find it. I've decided we're going to go ahead and draft somebody with our number 11 overall pick. Now, will this player actually make this team be in this rotation? I don't know. We could definitely go ahead and trade them, or they could eventually maybe even get all the way up to a starting spot. I have no idea what the game plan is right now. It all depends who's here on the board. Dylan Mitchell's here. Alzer Thompson's here. I know immediately that Dylan Mitchell's probably my pick, strictly based off of how good he is in this game and how my position of need right now is probably a small forward. So Dylan Mitchell, welcome to the team. If it's not the right pick, I apologize. I know people always like to say I make wrong. Did Nick Smith go number 1? I get it. He's good, but like, come on. What are we doing here? No, did not mean to do that. So Dylan Mitchell's a 78 overall. Now, could I throw him into the starting 5 immediately? Yes, I absolutely could. Am I just going to let Josh Hart go? No, I'm going to include him in a much bigger trade if that opportunity does present itself. I know I have to re-sign immediately right now, and that being Jeremy Grant. Let me go ahead and pay this man. He doesn't want a ton of money. He wants around $17 a year, which I can definitely live with. I'm going to move on from Justice Winslow. John Butler can go as well. So getting Jeremy Grant back is big. What I'm going to do with Jeremy Grant, I don't really know. Is he a long... I just don't know if I can leave all of these players in the starting 5 and expect to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, something's got to be changed a little bit. So we might find a big trade right now, and it might not be the best trade, but I'm hoping it's one that can maybe make us a lot better than we were last year. Let's see if we can find that. I might piss off some Trailblazers fans right now, but if it turns into a championship for you, I think you'll be okay with it. Jaylen Brown's a game changer. I can tell you that from first-person experience, and having him into this rotation is going to change things monumentally for this team. So I'm offering Hart and Simons. To be honest with you, I'm not saying Simons was bad for us last year. He was a little underwhelming for me, if I'm being honest. It wasn't terrible. I would like to get somebody like Jaylen Brown on this team because I think he could help us a lot. So Greg Brown has no trade value. It's not even worth it. Shaedon Sharpe will definitely be getting in the rotation. I will throw you Sam Hauser if you want Sam Hauser back. You are more than welcome to take Keon Johnson if you want. How about Keon Johnson instead? And now I definitely have to give up at least probably 2 draft picks. I don't want to give up 3. I prefer not to, but I might do it strictly based... Okay, I don't even have to. It only takes a second-round pick. Welcome to the team, Jaylen Brown. He's going to slide down to the small forward, or excuse me, the shooting guard spot, and he's going to now be the second best player on this team, and he's hopefully going to help this team win a championship. We obviously just drafted Dillon Mitchell as well, and he's going to slide into that starting small forward spot. So Jaylen Brown is here. I think it's a move that is definitely going to help us win games. I'm now going to move on from Gary Payton because I do want Shaedon Sharpe to definitely get some minutes this year. So Gary Payton is probably either going to get me... I don't know, man. I feel like we have some options. I honestly might just trade him for a first-round pick. I think that's something we could definitely reload on. Maybe could throw Sam Hauser in a trade as well. So I'm just going to look at options right now for Gary Payton II. If I didn't have Shaedon Sharpe, I would definitely not move on from him, but I will take the draft picks here, and the Charlotte Hornets do want to give me 2. So I'm sorry. I like Gary Payton. I cannot not play my number 7 overall pick. And the Spurs want to give me a draft pick for Sam Hauser. So it's definitely good. Kind of reload on some of the picks that we gave up to get JB here. But I'm super excited to have him. We will be giving Dillon Mitchell the start. And yeah, that's how we're going with it. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. We definitely made some big moves this offseason. Some moves that some Trailblazers fans might not be happy with. And honestly, I understand that. I wouldn't want you coming over to my team, telling me how to run it and blowing it up. But I think it's going to help in the long run, and I'm very happy with the moves overall. It's Damian Lillard, Mr. Jaylen Brown, who's going to come in here and hopefully be our second best scoring option and overall second best player. I'm giving the start to Dillon Mitchell. I have no idea why his overall is going down. I don't know how he's pissed when the man hasn't played a game for us yet. Jeremy Grant and then Yusuf Nurkic. Bench unit. Nasir Little, I definitely could have given the starting spot to. Overall-wise, I drafted Dillon Mitchell. I'm going to give him the go. If he ends up sucking ass, he'll be traded this offseason. And then Nasir Little is definitely going to get the 6-man spot. He's earned it. He's the highest overall. It makes sense, with the lowest overall being our small forward. Peyton Pritchard, Shaedon Sharpe, Trenton Wofford, and Greg Brown. I'm actually going to switch these two. I meant to do that before because I like the potential a lot more on Sharpe. I will see you guys at the end of the second season here in Portland. I know we were in the 50-win-plus category. I don't know what it was exactly. I got a glimpse at literally the last second. But Luka Doncic, another MVP, real shocker there. Victor Wembanyama, I think, went 3rd overall. No, he went 2nd overall, but I still cannot believe that people do not draft him first, or the CPU, I guess. Alperen Şengün, 6th man of the year in Houston. We have Giannis winning another DPOY. LaMelo at most improved. Doc Rivers, coach of the year. 76ers go 56-26. And we're a 1 seed. I knew we were in the 50-plus win. I didn't know how good. We go 54-28. Wow. Now, I will say that the Western Conference win total was a little bit lower than what it probably typically is, but 54 wins in a 1 seed here, I will 100% take that. I mean, we did not make many... I mean, we made a huge move getting Jaylen Brown, but there was really... Did the team get that much better that we go from lottery pick, projected number 9 overall, to 1 seed in the West? I don't know about that, but I guess Jaylen Brown was what this team needed. He leads us in points, followed by Damian Lillard. Then it was Jeremy Grant, Mitchell, Yusuf Nurkic, Nasir Little, Sharpe, Pritchard, Watford, Greg Brown. Rebounds were led by Nurkic, and assists was Damian Lillard. So, weird to think that we are in the first round here. Honestly, I hope it doesn't happen, but I would not be surprised if at some point throughout this we lose to a team that is a worse seed than us. That really would not surprise me. We are up 3-0 here in the Dallas Mavericks, and it looks like Jaylen Brown is just probably popping off right now. I've got to give credit to Damian Lillard as well and the rest of the team, but I mean, obviously there was one major piece that changed this offseason, and you know, looks like we're doing a lot better. The Memphis Grizzlies are a team that definitely scares me. This is a team that I would probably think is even better than us right now. We are up 3-1 right now against them, and please don't blow a 3-1 lead. I know we're going to lose this game because I know how like the 2K algorithm works. It's... I just know it's coming. Like, literally, I see 3-1 and then I lose a game. As soon as I lose that game 5, I know it's over. And that sucks because I hate how predictable 2K is, and that's why when I sit down and do this shit, I can typically tell when I'm winning and when I'm not going to win. But, like, congrats, 2K. You do something every video that happens once in a lifetime. Let's head up to the draft lottery. We obviously don't have our draft pick. The Bulls now have it, but it's not a lottery pick at least, which is good. The Bulls themselves are in the lottery, but we are not. Thunder... Holy shit. I thought that said the Spurs 3 times in a row. I realized it was the Suns, but the Thunder and Spurs both have 2 top 5 draft picks. That is terrifying as they are 2 Western Conference teams. Do I want to keep Chauncey Billups? No, not really. I don't really think he's the best head coach. I will take Jacob Underwood, though. I could get Stafford, but I'm going to take Jacob Underwood. He's not a guy I sign a ton. And overall-wise, he has some pretty good ratings. So welcome to the team, Jacob Underwood, going to be our new head coach here in Portland for the final season. So let's head out to the draft. We should not have our pick, and we don't have any picks this year, which is fine. We already have some pretty good depth on this team right here. Shaedon Sharpe, Trenton Watford are both going to be coming back. They're good bench pieces for him. Pritchard will get the qualifying. Greg Brown get the qualifying. I'd maybe like to upgrade that backup power forward spot. But he is here for now. So we don't have a ton of money in free agency. Obviously, my number one priority is going to be Jaylen Brown. We look at some of his offers. He has an $11 million offer from the Phoenix Suns. I don't think he's taking that. Pritchard, he's not going anywhere. I'm going to give him the qualifying. It's fine. So Greg Brown does not, we don't have bird rights on him. Tyler Cook can go, and that's a trade exception. So we get JB back, which is obviously my number one priority, and I'm very happy that he wants to come back here. Other than that, at this point in time, I think there are some trades I need to make. And yeah, it's probably time. Scotty Barnes is somebody that I've been able to trade for before. Why this is somewhat realistic, not realistic, but why it's somewhat a possibility is what I'm trying to say. Not realistic at all. But the fact of the matter is that Scotty Barnes should not be tradable. But we're going to go ahead and offer up Jeremy Grant. Do I think Jeremy Grant is really the reason that this team lost? No, I don't. But if I have to get an upgrade somewhere, I think the power forward spot's probably it. Nurkic was playing decently well. I was actually impressed with the rookie year that Dylan Mitchell had. So we're going to go ahead and try to get Mr. Scotty Barnes. Now, I have some draft picks. I definitely traded for some draft picks. Are all of these picks really worth Scotty Barnes? I don't know. It actually only takes 2, and Scotty Barnes is officially here. And he's an upgrade, in my opinion. He's going to continue to progress. He's obviously really young at the age of 22, and I'm happy to have him here. So, at this point in time, what I need to do is I need to go ahead and find some backup big men. Who these players are going to be, I don't really have any idea. I think Jakob Poeltl would be a great bench piece for this team. I would love to have him here. And he signs with us, which is big. And then Greg Brown is here. I don't know if we can even afford Greg Brown. I don't know if it's actually going to let me sign Greg Brown, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. You know, he's obviously like one of the last men in the rotation, so there's really no way to know how much he actually affects this team. But if I can even afford him, I cannot. Did I give him a qualifying offer? He did get the qualifying offer. So he'll be back either way. I'm honestly fine with him being my backup power forward. He'll probably be the 10th man on the rotation. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. It is officially the final season for us here in Portland. It really does suck to see Damian Lillard's overall going down, but I think the supporting cast around him is now a lot better than what it was when we started this video, so hopefully it is okay and balances out a little bit. The Scotty Barnes trade is looking good. He's progressed all the way up to a 90. Of course, I am super happy to have him here. I need to bump this up to a 10-man. I already edited it myself. But here's how it's going to look. It's Damian Lillard, Jaylen Brown, Dylan Mitchell, Scotty Barnes, and Yusuf Nurkic. The bench unit goes like this. It's actually a really good bench, and really deep bench. Nasir Little, Shaedon Sharpe, Jakob Poeltl, Peyton Pritchard, and Greg Brown. I'm excited to see what happens with this team. Of course, I have championship aspirations. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. We finally get another MVP, somebody besides Luka. It's Nikola Jokic, who now this is his 3rd, but it's a triple-double, so he earned it, I guess. Isaiah Collier, Rookie of the Year, is in San Antonio. Jaden Ivey, 6th man. Evan Mobley, Depoy, Cameron Whitmore, Most Improved. Jacob Underwood, our head coach, is the Coach of the Year. We go 61-21. Obviously, a very impressive year. A year that I really won't care about if we don't win a championship. So, 3 games up on the Denver Nuggets for the 1 seed. We did have the best record in the entirety of the NBA. Let's look at the breakdown. Jaylen Brown, Damian Lillard, Scotty Barnes, Dylan Mitchell, another impressive next step. I mean, 15, 8, and 4. That's beautiful. Yusuf Nurkic, Nasir Little, Shaedon Sharpe, Pritchard, Poeltl, and Greg Brown. Rebounds were led by Nurkic, and assists was Damian Lillard. So, big first round matchup here against the Sacramento Kings. They had Kobe White to their team. They had Lonnie Walker. They had Clint Capella. Definitely on the come up. I think we're just definitely at this point in time a whole lot better than them. So we're going to sim the round. We sweep. Fuck. I can say this right now because we have to face Zion Williamson, who is definitely going to be a big old pain in my ass. So let's go game by game with them, and hopefully we get by them here. Oh, my God. You know, when it's 3-1, I'm down. No, son of a bitch. Oh, man. I thought this team was good enough. I really did. I really, really did. But you know what? I guess not. All right. Well, I tried, Portland fans. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys still enjoyed. I gave it my all, and sometimes I guess my all is not good enough. Hopefully you guys still enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. That'd be awesome. Of course, let me know any other rebuilds you want to see, along with challenges, whatever they may be, down below in the comment section. That wraps up this one. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.